So it's about this time of year that my social media feed, dinner table, water cooler and local pub come alive with debate about whether we should move a national celebration to a more inclusive date. At GetUp, we thought it would be useful to briefly go through some of the frequently asked questions and the possible answers that might be beneficial to all of us when discussing whether to change the date. Australia Day is meant to be a day when we come together and celebrate what's great about Australia and being Australian. However, the 26th of January is a day of mourning for many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. The day the British arrived at Botany Bay began the last 200 plus years of bloodshed and oppression. From the frontier wars, to stolen wages, to the stolen generations, to the Northern Territory intervention. History shows that from that day on, far more was done to divide those living on this land than to unite us. As commentator Amy Maguire put it, if your ancestors were dispossessed, slaughtered, and had their land and children taken away, would you celebrate the date on which that all began? Celebrating a national holiday to coincide with the anniversary of colonisation is not just offensive, but it intentionally denies the true history of this country and ignores the continued pain, suffering and trauma inflicted on First Nations people. No one would expect Australians to get over the people we lost in the wars of the last century. We still celebrate and honour Anzacs and surviving veterans. Not getting over the deaths, wars and dispossession that began on January 26th is exactly the same thing. Also, it wasn't until 1994 that the 26th of January was celebrated consistently by all states and territories as Australia Day. So we're looking at hundreds of years of systematic dispossession versus 21 years of a date. If we're gonna get over an attachment to past events, I know which one seems most logical to me. Okay, but what can we do? There are heaps of things you can do this week. If you're able to, you can attend a Survival Day event. There are rallies and festivals across the country on the 26th. It's a great way to stand with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and call for change. Learn more about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Learn about our history, what's important to us, and what we're fighting for at the moment. And this week, share the hell out of what you're doing. The more people are talking about the reality of January 26th, the sooner we change the date.